Alright then, guys and gals, welcome to another episode of Up to 11 with me, Killjoy, the show where we get to listen to video game music. Right, today we're doing a classic game, a very, very good classic game, may I may I say, and that game is Command & Conquer Red Alert. What a great soundtrack. Basically, everybody should know by now, this game. And many of the Command & Conquer games have absolute crackers of soundtracks. So let's kick things off strong. Actually, first off, I am not going to play Hell March. There's no point. Everybody who knows the soundtrack for this game, or any of the Red Alert games, knows what Hell March is. If you don't, go and listen to it. It's one of the most famous pieces of music from the Command & Conquer series. So let's just get that out there. I'm not going to play Hell March, okay? I thought we'd play some other things that people may not have heard from this game. So let's kick it off strong. This track's called Vector, and it's quite funky sounding. So yeah, let's get it off with this one. This is Vector. Yeah, so that's Vector. Like a real funky tune. Got a lot of the soundtrack for this game. It doesn't. I don't know. It's weird. It doesn't kind of. It seems a lot chilled out. Some of it compared to what I'm used to hearing in a RTS now. It's quite a bit different, which is really cool. Actually, I mean, some of the tracks are a lot more laid back. Considering to compare it to the original Command and Conquer, a lot of the tracks for that feel quite tense, but not all of them. But this one, yeah, that track's really cool. I wouldn't expect to hear that in an RTS, but it's like, just chilled out, building up my base, collecting some money, ore in this case, and whatnot. Anyway, moving on. Next track is called Bigfoot. I can't remember if this is the first track that plays for the Soviets or for the Allies, but this would kind of be quite a heavy track now if this was redone, I would imagine. So this is Bigfoot. Yeah, so that's Bigfoot. Um, Much more what I'd expect to hear in an RTS, I would imagine. Um, and I could definitely see if that was redone, it would be probably heavier. Lots of heavy guitars, maybe even some strings in there. Maybe it makes sort of a synth metal-y type track. That'd be pretty cool. But yeah, that's Bigfoot. It's one I remember quite well from playing the game because I think it's one of the first tracks that comes on. But yeah, it's good. Really like the samples of I can't remember what building that is, but I think it's like building a building in that. So that's cool. Anyway, moving on to the next track. The next track is called Crush, and I think, and I could be very wrong in saying this, but I think in the Allies campaign, because during the campaigns you have different music, I think this is one of the ones they get and the Soviets don't. That might have been Bigfoot, but I can't remember, it's been so long. But yeah, this next track is called Crush. Yeah, so that was Crush. Again, I can imagine that being quite heavy now, considering most of the music on Red Alert 3 is quite heavy now. But I don't know if you noticed a little nod there to the original Command and Conquer game. right at the end of that track. So I can't remember which track it is, but one of the ones in that. Composer. Well, I've mentioned him before. He was the man who did the Atreides music for Emperor Battle for Dune. It's Frank Klepacki, and no doubt you're going to hear more. That you're going to hear that name more because there will be other games I do. I probably do Red Alert 3, maybe Red Alert 2. Yeah, probably Red Alert 3 and probably June 2000 at some point in the future, and maybe even the original Command and Conquer. But yeah, Frank Klepacki. I've already put a link up before in a previous video, so you know it's pretty obvious what he does. Mostly RTS games. So go check his stuff out again. I'm pretty sure you can get the soundtrack, and I know you can get this game for free. I remember EA released it last year or the year before for free. So download that and get the soundtrack and that, or just get the soundtrack on its own. Because it's really, really good, and like I said, it's not what you'd expect from an RTS, so it's definitely worth your time. Right then, that's me done for now. I'll see you guys next time.